Mm. We are gathered here today to talk about this thing called life. We are also gathered here today to wonder if YouTube will ever actually come on properly.
Gosh darn YouTube, you're pissing me off today. I'm right behind you. Alright, let's see. Let's see where Facebook is.
What's our time frame? Oh, I think we got 2 minutes. All right, we're waiting for YouTube to inflate. We're waiting for Facebook to be all Facebooky. And it looks like
Facebooky is being very Facebooky,
yeah,
sir.
Facebook always plants first.
There's at least one eye in there.
But YouTube, oh, I see a chatter.
Nice. If you
I see some
chatter,
chatter.
probably there, homie.
Reminds me of cheese curds on a Sunday afternoon.
You can start anytime you want, home style.
I've been given the cue. Are you ready, Sherry?
Yes, I am ready.
Do I look good in that camera too?
Well, you look different in these two cameras. So let me just figure out what's going on here. You look great.
I see you. You're looking good, brother.
We're gonna decide if I look good enough to continue.
You look great. Do your intro.
Most likely, Facebook is the problem.
I
Oh,
think,
it's
I
fine.
think
John
It
Hudak is
typically should
It's
be pushed,
Facebook.
push it forward and to your right, and come along. But Danny's brand new Super Note 75,000. That is
here. Takes a much bigger picture than mine.
it's gigantic. All right, we're gonna worry about Facebook later. If the look just isn't quite right, Facebook will understand. Everything will be good. Welcome to Brad Beard's Taste Race. In the first judging round of the 2020 Crushing the Competition Tour. On our previous episode, I have asked you to create a wine blend that has color, uniqueness, nuance, and taste. This is your chance to impress me and my squirrel friends so that you can move on to the next round. Otherwise, unfortunately, I'm going to have to ask you and your blend to oxidize away. With that being said, what are we here for today? We're here for Table 6. This is Table 6, Region 2 of the Left Bank. And at the top of our list, we have Stan, Walter, and Carrie. Coming in for position 1, we have Stephen and Tim, Team Bush. We have Benny and Dan, the Geyser Villains. And we have Michelle Simmons, our Tennessee Tribe. And more, yay!
Yay! There was much rejoicing.
There was much rejoicing as we all lifted a cup to celebrate you and your blends. But today, we have a very special guest coming all the way from downtown Geyserville, possibly the third bedroom on the right. We have Danny Fox.
Hello, hello. All right.
As we all know, that Danny has great prowess and an amazing ability to pick great things. So today, we have asked Danny to help me judge these wine blends.
Well, good thing I married a winemaker. I should have picked up something over these years.
Sounds
We're going to see about that.
So Danny's going to be here, and he is going to be helping me describe these wines and decide if they are going to be a winner. And I know that for those of you that have been with me all day, you understand what I'm going to say next. But we need to tell it for the people that have just joined us. I do not know what's in these blends. Technically, I do, because I know what wines I gave you, but I do not know what the blends are. And so that's why what we've done for you here today, to make sure that I have not much bias in what's happening, we have our table, and this says 6. And then we have We have a team name that's now been turned into a special code, and that's DS. I've got my DS code in front of me, and so I'm going to judge this wine based solely on what I think about it today. And it's not going to be based on the other tables that I have judged today. It's going to be based on the other 3 wines that I'll be tasting against it. And that's what the most important thing is about this. And that's why we're doing it blind. So I'm just trying to figure out which one of these wines is the best wine that I'm tasting for here today. It doesn't have to do with how I feel what this wine's going to taste in the future or anything else. It's just what is my impression right now. And so we're going to go ahead and start off with this super fantastic wine. It is DS.
DS. All right, I'm gonna need a pen. I need that blue one. Thank you.
All right, Danny. So what I'm going
Okay.
to ask you is, as you're judging this wine, if as you're going along, overall impressions are actually more important than specifics.
Okay.
But if you've got some specific things that you enjoy or just like about the wine, I would like to know them, and that way I can dig in and figure out what's going on inside this wine.
Sure, I can handle that.
Awesome.
All right.
Let's dig in and find out what's going on
All
in this
right.
wine right now.
Table 6.
Table 6. DS is up.
DS.
All the people who normally watch the happy hours are like, Danny never gets to drink. Yay!
Danny never gets a drink.
If
Yeah,
you
that's
didn't
weird.
get to hear that, the happy hour folks, like, oh boy, Danny finally gets to drink along.
Oh.
She's usually pretty wasted by the time we get started, but you know.
Oh, man.
That's why he doesn't want to feed me anymore on camera. Oh, so sad.
Oh, we're gonna cheers this first one.
Do you want to?
Looked like you wanted to.
Let's do it.
Cheers to the first wine of
Cheers.
table 6.
All right.
Let's go table 6.
Okay, good
Mm.
color. I gotta put it behind the.
All right, he's gonna flip his card over. Nice looking color, a little magenta on the
Okay.
edge, looking good.
It's a lighter color. Mmm. All right, it's delicious. Winner. All right. No, is that not how it goes? No. Oh.
Well, you shut everything down. We're done.
That's
Thank you.
all- that's all there is,
Thank you, everybody.
folks.
Great job.
No.
Or you can give me a little impression of the nose. What does the nose taste like to you?
Nose. It's good. Little floral. I couldn't describe what that floral is,
That's
but
okay.
it does have a good floral nose.
Light and fruity like some of your friends.
Like a lot of my friends. You've met them all. What do you think?
You are correct.
Yeah. Good.
What about the taste?
Wow. Mmm. All right, good on the front. Mid is, I would say, mid is good, but the finish I feel like is lacking a little. But that's just me.
All right. Try to focus on 1, 2, and 3. So we have this really.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to say this is a really luscious nose. I'm really excited about it.
the nose
It
I
has
like.
a lot of flavor. You've tasted some of the other ones. You were over there in the gallery.
I would say so.
Does
yes.
this have a little more exciting nose than the rest?
Yeah, I would say the nose is more exciting for sure.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And then when we're talking about the wine overall, let's talk about the beginning. What's the first impression up front?
I think it's good up front. It's on the front of the palate. It's strong.
Mhm.
So I do like
I think
that.
there's some nice rich flavors up front.
Yeah.
Do those rich flavors carry through?
I would say they start lingering a little in the middle.
So we have a wine that has a very rich nose,
Mm-hmm.
a very expressive. Up front, that translates. So you have this big, little more powerful wine up front, and then it's sort of lingering off.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad thing, just a thing.
No.
Kind of like it.
I think it's delicious. I really do.
I wish the finish.
It doesn't have the strongest finish for me.
A little bit of that power up front on the finish would have gone a long way with this wine.
Not overly tannic.
Actually, this finish has got a lot of subtlety and nuance.
Okay, okay.
Try that again. At first, I thought the finish was a little quick.
I thought so at first too.
Is there something a little more exciting that I kind of missed on the first try?
Maybe.
I think there is.
Yeah.
There's a little something brooding back there where I thought it finished, but then all of a sudden
Maybe it needed the swirl.
it came back with a vengeance. And then
Okay.
there was this nice, actually, yeah, it was. So we were on this glide slope of very powerful up front, expressive. And so we're rocketing along. And I thought that things were kind of
Right.
getting a little light here, but 1 second later, here comes all those flavors back again. I'm not quite sure if that's balanced, but it's very exciting
Okay.
to have a finish come back around like that, where you think it's all done and you're like, okay, that was a little sad or a little quick, and then you realize that there was something more. I like that. Okay. I like
Alright.
that. That's very nice. A lot of great flavors. I'm loving this. The fact is that all these wines are so different than the other ones. I am learning so much. Delish. Hang on 1 second. I've got
Are,
to.
are you revisiting it?
I gotta bump the finish up a bit.
Okay, bump the finish.
I'm gonna go
He's
that
bumping.
like that.
He's bumping, folks.
I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna give a little. Got to give my little smiley face action there. All right, here we go. We're gonna go for PG or
PG next.
parental guidance. So Grady influenced me. He said this film should have been more exciting, but is probably going to be pretty flaccid because
never
there's
know. I had
children involved.
Close Encounters was PG. What a great film that was.
Has he? Really?
Grady didn't have anything to say about that.
Okay.
Here we go. All right.
All right, this is a little darker.
Can you notice that right off the bat? You were right.
Yes. It is a
It
beautiful wine.
I'm judging all the colors because the colors are all exquisite.
Yes,
They're all
that's true.
pretty much the same. But what does that lead you to believe? What's going to happen?
I don't know, you tell
If
me.
the color's a little darker, what do you want to expect out of this one?
A little more tannic, a little more exciting up front.
There we go.
Yep. All right. Okay. The nose doesn't excite me that much right off the bat, but it might need to open up a little. But that's my first impression there.
I know it's in there.
It's there. It's there.
This nose wants to explode. I don't even know what that means. But this nose is so restrained right now, and I
Yeah.
know that there's some
Yeah.
great flavors in there. Unfortunately, I have to mark it for what it is.
Yeah.
The nose is, God dang it! It's got so much pent up energy. I
Okay.
will come back to this wine.
It probably needs some revisiting.
I will come back to it, but this nose is very pent up.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Mm.
Oh, we need a pro tip in
That's
here.
delish.
Everybody busts my chops. Like, oh my God, Brad, it's so weird when you smell like wine. I'm not weird, but I do know how to dig in there and get all the flavors out of a wine. And so if you're smelling this straight on with a wine, you're both of your olfactories are getting both of the same size of the bowl. Doesn't matter how big your bowl is or how Martin packed it. So, but when you're digging in, if you are leaning from one side to another, so everybody's like, "Oh my God, Brad, how do you tilt your head every time?" Well, I'll go in with the double shotgun,
Okay.
and then I'll tilt my head from side to side because I'm gonna get in a little deeper. And sorry, that last comment, there was a lot of murmuring
boy.
around here. It's really different. So when I'm tilting my head from side to side, I'm really trying to dig into that bowl and pick out all of the great subtleties and nuances in there. So that's why I do it. So that all right, we've gotten past that.
We do. Yeah.
The weird face I made right there, no explanation. None.
That's just his face.
I just make a weird face every time I'm trying to aerate the wine.
Okay.
Because what if I pierce my lips and try to auctionate the wine as it's coming into my palate, I'm going to make a weird face, and I'll apologize for that. At least I'm not spitting in front of you like those weirdos do on those national TV programs.
Mhm.
All sorts of exciting things.
Yeah.
All right, but what's going on?
The beginning, I like. I think it's a little weaker, but the middle and the finish on this wine, I do like.
You're correct. So we got this really nice curve. We got this little bell curve here, a little dip, and then
It finishes strong.
we're looking really nice. And it's kind of the finish to me tells a nice story, and it's a nice story because it makes sense. So we've got this nice pinnacle, and it's on a nice glide slope back down. So
Rich cherries kind of right in the back here, which I like. I'm gonna say that's a strong finish for sure.
sounds fantastic.
Doesn't it?
Nothing more to say about that.
He'll have a lot to say after this.
No, I will not. I appreciate
All good things.
your opinion. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. We have XF is next. This one says that as well. All right,
Alright.
we're looking good. We're doing all right here.
All right. There we go. All right, XF. It's a little. Is it a little lighter? I can't tell. I thought it was a little lighter, but it's good. The light is actually not great.
I think
right
the
now.
I think the color is pretty close. It is got a different base to the wine, just because if you look at the lip has got this little bit of magenta thing going on there.
Okay.
But that's the big difference. But they're about as dense.
Okay. Here's my card. That's it. XF, right? I like that nose.
Why do you like it better than the other one?
I don't know. It's a little more. I don't want to say strawberries, but it is a little more fruity to me. I'm getting a little what's perceived as sweeter on the nose.
Could there be some cream?
Maybe a little creamy. Okay.
In which the cream flavors bring out strawberry. So
Is
you
that
are,
okay?
He's correct.
I like that though. That really is a delicious nose.
And so I know these things. So if you get some cream on the nose, and that's going to bring it uplifting flavor. Cream
Okay.
always is uplifting. The milk flavors, all the different creamy things you have, uplifts it. You put cream in your coffee, you've got all those tannins, and you've got all those acids. You put some cream in there, and it lifts up the nose. And that's what's happening here. And what's kind of neat about that, when you get that uplifting of the nose, you get those dark cherries as it's coming down, but you get that creamy note, and that gives you a perception of strawberries. I don't think there's a lot of strawberry in this wine, but I perceive strawberries because I'm getting cream. And strawberries and cream is something that Danny gets on his Sunday afternoon brunches. And he's like, oh,
Along with mercury wine
so
and some
fancy.
champagne or sparkling. Don't look at me like that. I get that look all the time. Grady gets a look too. So. All right.
Oh,
I'm
how are we
still
going?
over here.
All right.
All right, so we've got these uplifting strawberries and cherries. All of a sudden, this wine took a dark turn.
Oh yeah. That is overall very, very good on the beginning, middle, and end. A little more
For
tannic.
me, this one went super dark.
Yeah.
On right after the mid, I'm getting a lot of dark chocolate figs. Very interesting. After those bright strawberries and cherries up front, those earth. I'm gonna go ahead and call them earthy figs.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm calling them.
Earthy figs.
Holy cow!
Oh, that's got a
All
great
right,
finish.
I'm gonna think about this for.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. That's a big wine. This must have been somebody's, like, one of their last wines that they were blending. I've noticed throughout the blending parties that you tend to get almost wined out. That you need a bigger wine at the end of your blending to kind of choose your winning blend. Because it is a long day, and your palate really needs a bigger wine to pick your final blend. So there. Just looking at me. No, yes, no. Just looking.
I think that all makes sense. Ready to go, Danny.
No, thanks.
Shocker Blue Blocker, ready to go.
Ooh, yeah.
Good job. That was
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
This has some powerful characteristics, but there's some lighter wines mixed into this. What he's he's talking about some more powerful flavors, but there are some lighter, more younger wines in here. We've got one of those darker, powerful wines as a base here, most likely. Now that everybody's using the spreadsheet, I would love a yes or a no, but that's okay. Especially if I'm guessing wrong. A little bit of no, Brad. It's all crazy light wines. You're insane. No, but what's nice is this wine has a strong component of the uplifting,
Yep.
brighter wines like we've talked before. It does have strong, darker characters in there as well.
I don't taste any wet Band-Aid or forest floor either, which is a good thing. It's one of Brad's things he hates the most when someone describes something as a wet Band-Aid. You see that? See that face? See?
It's a wine component. I don't necessarily want Band-Aids
No, you
in
don't.
mine, but I do enjoy a forest floor. I love
Yeah.
I love a good Pinot Noir with a nice forest floor funk. That's just a mushroomy component or something along those lines. These wines are a little more powerful than the Pinot Noirs of the world, so we're not going to get a lot of forest floor, but we can get some darkness in there. But one thing that you haven't mentioned is on the finish of this wine, I'm getting a really nice, long, luxurious finish on this one. It just keeps going on and
Right,
on. It's
like right
powerful,
there.
but
Yeah.
not too powerful. I'm going to go ahead and do a little swish. Because I'm perceiving that wine is pretty powerful. So we're going to give that one
Okay.
a little look up there. And actually, as I'm looking at the colors, we got a little darker, a little lighter, a little darker. And we're ready to go for the finish.
All right.
Is this the grand finale for today?
Is this the last wine? The final wine. All right. CF, is that what we're on?
This is the last chance for you to impress me
Last chance
Last
before you
chance.
sashay
for
away.
love.
And Sean,
Wow.
And we've got a powerful wine.
This looks already you can tell.
We got a dark wine.
This is the dark
All
wine.
right, here we go.
Okay.
This goes
There
back
we
over
go.
here.
All
We got
right.
it's dark in color.
Yeah, it is a
All right.
rich color.
But here's the deal: can you balance that dark intensity to give me a nose that I'm looking for today? Let's find out. Strong cherries all the way through.
I would say so. Absolutely.
I'm not overwhelmed by it. It's a powerful,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not.
It
It's
might
not
not be as
overwhelming.
unique as some of the other ones, but it's there.
But it does have nerve
It does.
or talent.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I know what basis of this one. Okay.
Well, I know. Here's the deal.
What
Of
do you
course, I make these wines. And I love these wines.
think? These are all his babies.
So the
It's
color,
hard, yes.
obviously, the color gets one more little X because it's a smidgen darker.
Mm-hmm.
The nose is as intense as everything else. So we have a
Yeah.
very intense nose here. It's delicious,
It is.
but it's intense. And unfortunately, intense is another way
Oh,
for me
it's
to
so
say
good.
nicely.
I think that's really good, though.
I'm not saying it's not.
Mm.
I'm not saying it's not. But it's but the intensity of the nose is
Yeah.
a little off-putting to me.
Okay,
It's
okay.
aggressive.
Right.
It's got an aggressive scent. That I happen to super love.
I think I'm actually super. Yeah, you generally like an aggressive nose
I'm looking for balance
and
so
nuance. I get that. But I also know what you like,
I like
and
it.
I might not
I'm
necessarily
gonna have
mean
to
for these wines.
I'm gonna have to repress that
Oh,
for a little bit because
okay.
all right, we got the aggressive scent. Now I need to judge the wine on. Yeah, okay. Is that intense nose going to annoy me with very intense flavors running through the palate?
Okay, here we go.
I can find some love in the nose. There's a hint of creaminess on the way back. Super sexy.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. It's in the dark side mode. But is that what I'm feeling today?
I feel like this is well balanced after tasting it.
We have a nose dichotomy again.
Yeah.
We had this on table 2 or 3, where we had this super intense nose, and then the flavor profile. So you have this intense buildup of this nose, and I was digging out a little subtlety,
Okay.
and then we came back down,
Yeah.
and then we're going on a new ride. So now I've got to readjust what I'm thinking about this wine now that the flavor profile has adjusted down.
You know what? Yeah. Oh. It has a nice beginning, a nice middle,
Mm-hmm.
and a nice finish. There's not.
I'm going above nice, and I'm
Okay.
going to go ahead and give the finish
Does the
a
finish
little
stick with you?
a little more
Okay.
than nice. In what's tricking you is that we had such a powerful nose,
Is that what it is?
and what you're saying is nice. Now we've come down a little bit, but we've got a very powerful wine here.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's happening is those strong flavors are running right through the middle, from the beginning, the middle to the finish. And so we have this powerful wine.
Yeah, because that nose is crazy.
But the problem is that the finish drops because you just can't keep up that intensity.
Mm-hmm.
And so this wine loses me on the finish only because I can't take much more of that intensity.
Okay.
I love it. It's fantastic. Very reminiscent of the dark side.
The
Very,
middle, I really did enjoy.
Yeah, no, it's super. All these wines are enjoyable.
I know, but
We're only talking about splitting hairs now, and so this wine to me. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna come back. Freaking super
I gotta
fantastic.
remember which one's what here.
Super
Okay.
fantastic nose. I mean, it's so powerful, so
Yes.
intense. Reminds me of your sister.
Ah. Well, she didn't blend this one, so
All right, this
Okay.
goes back over here. And then because through no fault of our own, these wines sort of built to a crescendo, we're going to go ahead and go this way again. I
Okay.
can actually just look at the wines, and I can see the
yes,
likeness and
it's
character.
it's funny to see. It's awesome to see just the color differentials on all of these.
I agree. All right,
Okay, which one?
I have one little nibble
Have a
right
little
here.
nibble, cleanse the palate.
Sorry. You gotta,
So I got to look at my notes here.
you enjoy
And
your
what
notes.
I think I want to revisit.
Which
or at
wine?
least-
Which wine do you want to sachet
Away?
away?
Away? Ooh, I don't know.
Is there
I have to
any
taste
wine?
one.
Is
No,
there
none
any
of
one
them.
these?
None of them I want to sachet away. I
Yeah.
mean, they're all in the running. Absolutely.
What's crazy about this competition is that these wines are so fantastic.
Yeah, they're all really good.
This is all about nitpicking this or that
It's
and how we
actually
feel.
the first one. I have to revisit the first one. If I can get the thing open.
Got to keep it on lockdown.
There we go.
You don't want them busting into that just
No.
randomly. All right. Are you ready?
Ready.
Give that a little swirl and a sniff.
Mm.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Beautiful nose. This wine has just
Great nose.
yeah.
Great nose. This one just didn't have the finish for me. And revisiting it again, I stand by my notes.
All right. The nose is beautiful. Super luxurious. A hint of that cream that I'm really starting to
Yeah.
enjoy and a little spice.
I was getting a little
I'm
cream
loving
on the
it.
mid palate too.
I'm loving to dig it.
Yeah.
I'm digging. Oh, I'm digging in there. Creamy, spicy,
Okay.
sassy. I love it. Nose is fantastic. Oh. Super sexy wine
Yeah.
all the way through.
Absolutely.
A nice rich character. That's kind of coming through all the way from the beginning to the mid. Usually you get a rich character from the mid to the finish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting kind of rich up front, which is
Okay.
kind of nice. And the finish was your biggest problem?
Yeah, but the mid, I started getting those creamy notes like on that last sip of mid to the finish.
Awesome. What are people saying online, Grady? Is anybody commenting on these things?
Everybody's like, they're trying to figure out so bad
What the
what
varietals
different
are.
things are.
Yeah.
On Facebook, they're all just wrapped with attention.
Fun fact, this is the only group that one varietal, they all use the same percentage.
Oh.
The same
Of
percent?
one varietal, they use the same.
You can't hear what Martin's saying,
I might.
and that's okay,
That's actually
because
probably
that's very
good.
interesting.
Right.
Yes.
There is a percentage situation with this group. One of the percentages
Of the
One
varieties.
varietal.
One varietal.
of the
Everyone-
varietal
Everyone chose the
was
same percentage.
the
Exactly.
same. I'm freaking out right
Exactly.
now.
Yeah.
We freaked out at the data.
That is
Yeah,
weird.
like, what
That
the
is really
hell?
weird.
Yeah.
And we confirmed.
I
these
hate
people
data.
weren't talking.
They weren't.
We confirmed.
Yeah, we confirmed.
Okay.
Oh,
okay,
we had
okay.
confirmation they weren't talking.
Oh.
And
I'm not going to rethink what I've thought.
Okay.
I have my opinions
It's only
on
one
these
variety.
wines.
Right.
it's just one varietal.
Just one.
That
think
is
it's a
an
low
interesting data point. Holy mackerel. All right. DS, delicious.
Yes. Delicious. DS is delicious.
I would drink that. I would
giving that,
I would drink
yeah.
that tonight. I would have a little glass of that.
Absolutely.
Very, very nice. Very nice.
All right, so we're gonna go PG next, and I want to revisit
Gosh, dang it.
You can always make.
You guys are killing me on the aromatics. Grady
Yeah.
was talking to all you guys and talking about aromatics. Crap. It's easy to eliminate a wine that has not good aromatics. A wine that has good aromatics is hard
that.
to
That's-
to eliminate.
Mm.
It's like candy and cream and chocolate and squirrels. Very nice, beautiful aromatics. Nothing wrong there. I would sniff that all night long.
Okay.
Okay. Mm.
Oh,
Is that why I'm having
that
such a
is so
hard time?
good.
I'm having such a hard time. Maybe because there's a through line in this one. Okay. Finish a little quicker.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna give it a this and a this.
Okay.
Only if you could have given me a little more finish,
Yep.
I'd be right in there. Gosh dang it. All sorts of amazing flavors. But and then sorry, inside I'm not judging it on it today, but inside to your to that finish is that the problem is that those tannins and acids are high.
Is that what it is?
They're masking your finish. I would love this for a wine, but I can't judge it. I have to let that finish be abrupt. I know that finish would come. That is nice. Very nice. What's funny
this nose is.
what's funny is whatever wine they use the same percentage all the way through comes through on the nose.
That's what it is. I think
these-
it's a small percentage, but I think
is.
that's
The-
where
the
it comes
nose-
through.
The nose is very
Yeah.
identical on these wines, so this wine's not going to come down to the nose. This one had an acidic finish, and that's going to be a problem for them. But the nose is right there with everything else. Shoot.
Oh,
Here's even a better one. Two of the wines are pretty similar.
okay.
Not exact.
Okay.
Within
He
plus or
said
minus
two of the
10 or
wines are
15.
pretty similar. What does
That's
similar
all I
mean?
numbered.
Like
That's
hey,
all I numbered.
1%.
Well, so does that mean that they use the
No, we're not.
the base as the same color?
Oh, everybody's so base.
You know.
Again, that beautiful nose.
Yes,
Another
that nose
fantastic nose.
is very nice.
All right, everybody got it for this blend on giving Brad the nose that he truly wants. That's why Danny uses Irish Spring.
Because he loves all those notes.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh,
This is XF. I like XF. I like them all, really. This is a lot.
I really got
easier for me to say
I
I
really
like 'em.
got to think about it all the way through.
Yeah.
A lot of great flavor, looking good.
Mm-hmm. This one's a little more tannic, a little bigger, a little bolder.
I'm not getting that more than the finish. I'm getting a longer.
Okay.
I'm getting a longer finish out of this wine with a really nice, cohesive middle.
Mm-hmm.
Man, making it hard.
That is.
Making it hard for Papa.
Mm.
Actually, real quick for Martin, who knows percentages.
Martin.
This wine, is there a larger percent of one other wine than the rest?
Which one are you talking about?
CF.
Oh, CF.
CF.
Because the nose, all these had a very identical nose, and this one's not quite as that.
This one's really interesting. This one has, out of the 4 varietals.
Oh, wait, I can't know. I shouldn't know these things. Don't tell me.
No, I'm not telling you any percentage. I'm just telling you that they picked 2 and 2, so they picked 2 varietals the exact same percentages.
Okay.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
But this is the only one that has a little dissimilar nose.
I agree. I agree with you. And I wrote that.
Did you
The
really?
nose was a little less for me.
I'm still on top.
Not yet.
Wink, wink.
Okay.
That's a nice one.
It is a very. This is. You like the nuances, subtleness.
I like the subtlety, and then I like
Yeah,
the fact that
It's not hit you in the head.
the finish comes up,
Right.
kind of grabs your scoochie, and then goes into a nice. I like the fact that as this wine goes along, everything's fantastic. I'm loving great nose, great beginning, great middle. Everything's going along from the middle to finish, and the finish kind of
Oh,
gives me a little. It gives me a little. Gives me a little something.
yeah.
I'm liking
It doesn't punch you in the
I'm
face,
like that.
but
No, this
it's,
isn't
it's there.
Nobody wants to do that.
No. Only sometimes.
Nobody wants to do that. Now I don't know what I want.
I know. This is okay. I have my points.
But I do know what I want.
Do you?
Why don't you start describing what you want to win?
Well, I want. Okay, again, all of these. The nose. I want obviously a wine with good nose. Good nose. I'm gonna stab him in the eyeballs.
I'm about ready to
every
clap
time.
and say, silence.
Silence. I'm surprised you didn't really.
I was going to let you go for another second or two. I've heard everything that I need to hear.
He's gonna make it his decision no matter
I've-
what I say, like everything else in life. Silence.
I've made my decision. As with all of these, they've been hard. All of them have been such good wines.
Okay. What's that mean?
I'm feeling this.
I know you have that one closest to you.
but that doesn't mean anything.
I'm looking at your notes here. You rated everything really high. You must think a lot of your wines in your wine club.
Nobody is received less than a 3 on any of the ratings that I've judged. These are all fantastic wine.
He wouldn't tell you even if he did.
Such a delicious nose.
Which one is that?
I don't know. Oh, that's making me.
Okay.
It's kind of hard because these first 3 had very similar noses.
They did.
This is
yes.
the only one that's given me a little bit of cedar.
Is it Cedar DS?
No.
No.
DS has not got cedar. Sorry, cedar, not DS. Or sorry, DS, not cedar. But I will go back and dig in and see if I can get
All
some
right,
cedar.
hold on. I gotta revisit this one.
No,
I think
cedar's giving me fluffy cotton candy. Or just rich,
So
creamy.
DS
It's
is
rich.
giving you cotton candy?
Oh, do you have some DS over there?
No, wait. Which is giving you cotton candy?
Nobody. I was teasing. I was being mean.
Yeah, Don't pay attention to anything he really says until he.
Sarcasm is hard to transfer via internet.
I like this one.
I've got 2 wines
Okay.
that actually. Look at this, Danny. Look at this.
I know.
Look at this. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes. Dun,
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 dun. You kind of rated them very similar.
They're very similar.
And that one is okay.
Is this XX?
No, but I have XF right here in my
I
glass.
gotta try it one more time.
Because XF, I really did enjoy. It had that powerful finish. It had that nose.
It's got that freaky thing in the finish.
Yeah. Which, if I'm gonna say,
That's the deciding factor. Done deal.
boom!
XF.
Wow, that's the one.
I hope your freaky finish.
Let's see who has a freaky finish up in
Sticks-
here. Could it be Team
sticks-
Bush?
Sticks with you to the end.
The Geyser Villains? Is it the Tennessee Tribe?
Yeah, that kind of.
Oh,
Does this smell like Tennessee? I don't know.
That's it.
Could smell
Well,
like
that is the
Tennessee.
one that I chose as well. That is awesome.
That is awesome.
Oh,
my
I got a mark on the
God.
board. I haven't done my job.
Okay, we've come to the end of this is your daily dose of internet, and I hope you've all have enjoyed yourself, and it's been uplifting.
So what did we choose,
And
XF?
you've had some fun.
Yes.
But I'm gonna write it on it right now. XF is a winner, baby. You gave me something that was intriguing,
There we go.
pulled me in. I really do appreciate it. This has been
It's been a long day and an awesome day, and you've done awesome. You've been drinking since like what, 11, 10, 9 this last night. Anyway, go on.
What I found interesting about today, despite and with Danny's insight, typically during the judging, I'm allowing you guys to do all the heavy lifting and doing all the judging. What I found extra special interesting about today is that I've given you 4 wines, but I now have 24 unique, interesting, amazing wines that have character, subtlety, nuance, and are truly amazing. All of these wines, I would love to see how they develop. I've never gotten to experience all of this. I just assumed that they would all be very similar. I've gotten some.
I was
amazing
super
wines.
surprised. Yeah.
So amazing. So amazing. So thank you guys so much. Hey, we're gonna do it all again tomorrow, and maybe we're gonna do it right.
We might. There's a small possibility.
Maybe I'll do it wrong. There's a strong possibility.
And
What-
thank you to our guest judges.
Yay, guest judges. Great job. today.
Thank
you
you,
for having fun with
everyone
us.
who
Nico,
came
you-
over.
Unbelievable fun.
Our guest judges had amazing opinions, and whether I agreed or disagreed, all of them had amazing points to what they thought about the wine, and everybody had thoughts about wine that I hadn't noticed, and when they mentioned them, I got to go back and see what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Typically, it was me, but it was something to consider. I'm just kidding. It was awesome. Holy cow!
What a great first
Super impressed.
Yeah.
Super impressed. Way to go, guys!
And good
Great
job, Brad.
wines.
You did fantastic.
Brad, you crushed it today.
Yes.
Nice job.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Is that the ambulance coming for me
That
today?
is the ambulance coming.
With his new
no.
liver for tomorrow.
I can hear the helicopters bringing it in. No, but dead serious. Holy mackerel. I got to taste some very different, unique wines. And if I didn't know I gave you all these wines, I would have just assumed that we had a lot of different wines from different winemakers. That is what is awesome about that. And that's why we do this blending party, so that you guys can understand, does 33% of X make a big difference? Or does 10% or 5%? As you guys discovered, and this is why I did it for you, is that yes, 2 or 3% addition can make
Can make a big difference.
huge
Absolutely.
difference. So there it is. All right, we'll see you at the same bat time and the same bat channel.
As soon as we figure out what those times are,
I'm going to assume
yeah.
that we're going to do it
Yeah.
right
We're gonna do it
tomorrow.
right tomorrow.
So
hit
we're
it
going to
on the
start at
nail.
11, and we're not going to have a panic attack at 11:30.
Not at
So
all.
we'll start at 11, and we'll go through 11, 12, 1, and we'll do all those things. Thank you guys very much. I can see the chat, and the chatter is going wild. Thank you guys so much. Have a good time. Shut me down, Grade.
Shut you down, homie. Great
Bye.
day. Great day.